Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Tonight's I think we're up to day 45, 46 maybe, I don't know, 40 something. So tonight's video, we're just going to do a bit of a debrief. I just want to do a quick little debrief on South Circuit last week. So, for starters, wow. I did post a highlight video up last night that you've possibly seen by now. Showing kind of some of my best runs and, to be honest, pretty much what the average of the night was like. I went into the night, went into it, as most of you will know if you've been following along. It was my first attempt at main track at Sydney Motorsport Park. I did potentially have the chance last year to do North tracks in my first one. Work didn't kind of work out. I was sort of stuck working on the day that was on. I was kind of hesitant about it anyway, being North track. It's very, very fast, very, very long corners. I still think the car is going to struggle with it. I still think I'm possibly going to struggle with a lot of it. It's very, very fast, third, fourth gear corners, a lot more horsepower. If you had a much higher horsepower car, I could see it working. But anyway, I digress. North Circuit was kind of not the priority for my first attempt on main track. South Circuit was kind of where I wanted to be. I kind of felt I could link a few more corners, have a little bit more potential of actually getting a bit more out of the night and out of the event, going to South Circuit first. So evidently from the video I put up last night, was true. So the goals for me for the night was, car to hold together and nothing major go wrong with the car, which did. A few little things that I picked up in scrutineering, nothing massive. They weren't entirely happy with the seatbelts for some reason. They're a drag style seatbelt. They just weren't happy with the clip on them. But Motorsport Australia rules for drifting is SFI 6.1 and within expiry date, and they mate both of those. Nothing to do with what style of buckles or what style of drag racing or grip racing style buckles. And to be honest, they'll worry about them coming apart really easily. The buckles on my harnesses are an absolute bastard to get off, even when you're trying to get them off. Like, to be honest, I wouldn't want to try and get them off in an emergency because they're fucking hard. So I don't know what that was about. They're very strict. I appreciate it. They're just trying to make sure everyone stays safe and everything goes right on track, which completely understand and I completely respect. I think it's very, very good. The other thing I picked up on, which was completely fair, the battery wasn't secure enough. It is in a battery box off to the side. They weren't happy with it in the battery box because it was able to move around in the battery box a bit, which you'll know from my previous 2 attempts at Pheasantwood. That is the one thing I've had issues with, is the battery moving around. So they wanted me to fix that down solid, which was fine. I luckily made a bracket to hold the battery down in the battery box. They just wanted me to strip the battery box out and actually bolt the battery itself directly down with the bracket, which was fine. Did that, took a couple of minutes, got that done, and they were more than happy with that. Solid, didn't go anywhere, had no issues with it all night. So brilliant. In terms of the event itself, ran amazing. Really, really impressed with how it ran. First time I've done a driving sports event. Really impressed with how it all ran. Really impressed with the professionalism of how the whole event ran, from sign-in to leaving. Really good. Everyone there, drivers, staff, everyone was really cool. Everyone kind of kept their distance. No one, I could see it. The faster guys would kind of wait until you pass the no drift zone, or wait until you're in the longer straights of the no drift zone, and as long as you're over to the side, they'd get past you, or I'd wave them past, just let them through. If they were stuck behind you in the drift zone, I saw them back off and kind of give you space in front so that they could then re-engage and link up their corners and do their thing before they caught back up to you again, which is really good. There was no sort of idiots on the track or warriors trying to be heroes out there. Everyone's kind of giving each other space and doing the right thing, which is really, really good to see. My goals for the night was, to be honest, it was to, I said, A, car not fall apart and stick together. Me, not freak the fuck out. In terms of driving, I honestly had the goal to link. If you don't know South Circuit, there's kind of 2 technical bits and then there's an open bit in the middle. So when you first initiate, there is a left hand, which I didn't quite get that corner 1 to 2 and 3. Didn't quite get that linked up. Corner 2 to 3 I got linked up. The goals were corner 2 and 3, which is a little left right onto the short straight in front of the pits. Get a bit of a drift through the big sweeping corner that leads you to a bit of a straight that goes up to the back. And up the back there is a corner 6, 7, 8 that leads you up around the hill of South Circuit. So I wanted to try and my goal was by the end of the night to link corner 2 and 3, and then potentially 6 and 7 to get up the hill. And the hill is kind of a longer corner to get up and around, and then kind of switch back and down and off. I will put a link, or I'll put a little picture of the Sydney Motorsport Park, like the track we were drifting up here somewhere, or somewhere around here, just so you can see the sections or what the layout looks like. So that was kind of the goals for the night. My plan was to go out, do 2-3 laps of just grip racing, just get an idea of the track, see what the traction's like, see how the car feels, kind of, give a little bit of power skid coming out of the end of the corners or halfway through, give it a bit of overpower, and just kind of see how the car feels on the track and just get myself comfortable with actually being on the track and doing that sort of stuff. Those plans kind of went out the window when I got on the track. I got out, gripped through the first kind of, from pit lane, you sort of go up and around behind the hill, and then come down. There's a no drift zone up the back where there's tight hairpins and whatever. And then you come around and start drift again, takes you down towards the main straight. I gripped all the way through around, no drift zone, hit the drift zone, and I don't know, adrenaline kicked in or just stupidity kicked in and went, fuck it, let's just send it. Had a couple little squirrelies there, which is fine. A couple little squeaks. Didn't really, I can't remember if I drifted if I tried to drift or clutch kick the main sweeper or not. But yeah, ended up getting up the back, and went, fuck it, we'll send it up around the hill. And I think first time I actually sent it in, I ended up corner 6 and 7. Ended up linking straight up first 2 corners, and almost linked the third corner. Second lap, literally got, I struggled with corner 3 coming back onto the straight. I just kept overspinning. I was overpowering. I was getting too much on the power after I transitioned from the right to left. I was just overpowering it on the transition and just spinning myself when I hit the left-hand corner to come on the straight. Settled that down and did end up linking it. But yeah, second time around, kind of got through those 2. Clutch kick around the main sweeper, got up the back and ended up linking corner 6, 7, 8 up the hill, and almost 9. And I think like 4th, 5th lap in, I ended up linking the entire top of the hill. So like all 5 corners from bottom of the hill all the way up around and down to the no drift zone, which was fucking insane. I honestly look at the videos of the in-car videos and the GoPro that Marissa was holding from the night. I still can't believe that was me doing that. I don't know what came over me. That is the best I have ever driven. It was just kind of one of those things that last time I was down at Pheasantwood with the Vision driver training guys, or Vision Motorsport, Vision Drift Club guys who are now running Vision driver training. I had one of their trainers jump in, Elliot, when I was down at Pheasantwood, did a couple laps with me, gave me some tips, really kind of gave me a bit of a confidence boost of, you're a better driver than you think you are. Got to have confidence to get in and just get a foot flat to the floor and get a little bit more angry at it, or get a lot more angry at it, actually. It wasn't just a little bit, it was a get fucking angry at it. That was all I had running in my head the whole night, was just get angry at it and just send it. And holy shit, the car held together brilliantly. It did get a touch warm at one point. I may have gotten a little bit too excited and done a few too many laps before I came off and let it cool down. I will put a photo in probably here somewhere of the exhaust manifold. It was a little bit glowy. I'm still running the cast iron, the VL Turbo cast iron manifold, so the fact that it got glowy was kind of funky. It wasn't thin steel, it was a full solid chunked cast iron friggin' manifold. It got a little bit warm. So to say the car ran well is an understatement. I'm going to have to say I need an oil cooler now. Because all my oil lines from the turbo run past that manifold, and that side of the engine was insanely hot. I need a better cooling fan because it did get hot running for a while. It's the first time I've had it get hot whilst I've been running it hard, and it was a cool night too. So it definitely is better cooling. Whether I get a better fan or something, I need to sort out some better cooling for the engine. It has still got the stock radiator, so that's obviously a bit of a holdback, but you can get a GK Tech make an aftermarket fan that literally just bolts on. So I might look at doing that. I would hazard guess I'm going to have to get an oil cooler at some point pretty soon to put on there as well. to help keep everything cool and not have my oil boiling and doing stupid stuff, I'm probably gonna have to get a oil temp sensor as well, because I do not currently have one of those. But yeah, it pushed the car to its limits, and it pushed me to my. I'm not gonna say it wasn't my complete limits. The thing that stunned me the most was how comfortable I felt. Nervous as shit, first lap. Like, got it there, nervous as shit. I'm like, oh my God, big track. Oh my God, there's people everywhere. Like, what the fuck's going on? Literally, as soon as I finished that first lap and started drifting it, I'm like, no, this is easy. You realize just how much space you have on there. You realize how much runoff you've got. You realize how much room you've got to actually muck around on the track. I'm still stunned with how quickly I became comfortable doing it and just throwing the car in. Definitely still need to work on lines. I know I need to mungie into corner 6 a lot harder. I was basically just coming wide, just clutch kicking and turning in. I need to really get a swing to transition into that and actually swing the back out a little bit more. I think I'll be able to carry a lot more speed through that section, and be a little bit more fluid through there. Again, no handbrake. It's all clutch kicks, all momentum shifts. The same with coming into turn 1. There was a few times where I saw a lot of the faster guys in front of me. I just kind of watched what they did with their lines. Some guys did come in wide and just handbrake and turn in. But a lot of the faster guys were actually coming down and doing like a hard left, right mungie and into the corner, which seemed to flow a lot better as well for them. So definitely have to look at trying to do that, and get that line from 1, 2, 3 a little bit better as well. But yeah, I'm beyond stoked with how the car went, how I went. I still, as I said, I look at the videos now, I'm like, there's no way that was me. There's no way I was driving. Like, that just does not look like me. If you'd told me 12 months ago, when I was this nervous newbie on wet pans, shitting myself, driving around a boat, that I'd be out on South Circuit 12 months later, absolutely tearing it up, smoking tyres and just holding my own against the bigger boys out there, there's no way in the world I would have believed you. It was absolutely phenomenal. I'm completely stunned. I am so insanely happy with how I went. I'm 100% getting back on there. I'm going to take every chance I can to get on South Circuit. It is more expensive. It does cost me more tyres, but fuck me, the experience is just phenomenal. It is unbelievable how much fun that is. It's definitely something that I'm going to have to figure out how to get you guys to help support me a little bit more. As stupid as that sounds. I do want to get more sponsors. I do want to sell more merch. I do want to kind of do what I can to help fund this journey, because it is phenomenal. What I can do, what I feel comfortable doing now in the car is just ridiculous. And I want to be able to get that to other people as well. I want to be able to get people in the car, whether it's a passenger lap, whether it's getting them in and helping them drive, whether it's just teaching people how much fun this sport is, because it's something I've always watched as a kid growing up. I had the luck of growing up and watching drifting come from the ground up. It was something that I kind of got drawn to from an early age when it first started drifting. When you first started seeing little bits of drifting on like Wide World of Sports and stuff, I do little coverage, or SBS would do little bits of coverage and stuff, all completely in Japanese from the Japanese leagues and stuff. Or you'd see, Wide World of Sports would cover, these crazy sports, and it'd be, street drifting in Japan or stupid shit like that. I grew up with the original one. It's something I always got drawn to, never had the chance or the money or the time or whatever to kind of do it. To be honest, I don't have the money now, but I love it so much. I'm doing everything I can to make this work. I want to be able to share that passion with other people. I want to share that. You see it, just kids coming out to the track. I mean, even my boys just jumping in the car, they absolutely beam ear to ear when they get in with someone that's just smoking tyres and having fun. It is one of those things that we are big kids that have never grown up. We love loud cars, we love stupid shit, and we love smoking tyres and being smart asses on the track. We're just big kids with big Hot Wheel cars. And I want to be able to share that with as many people as I can. I want to be able to get as many passengers as I can, and that's one of my big things. That was one of the reasons I really wanted to get on main track and get confident on main track. Figure out it's cool and all, but getting people on main track where it's faster, it's bigger, it's smoking tyres, that is real drifting. Like, that is when people want to go in a passenger ride for drifting, they don't want to drive around on a wet pan and a skid pan. It's like, oh yeah, this is cool and smooth, and you want to get out, you want that adrenaline rush of getting out on the main track of Sydney Motorsport Park or Pheasantwood or wherever it is, and just absolutely ripping around corners and getting close to doors with people and just doing stupid shit. That's what gets adrenaline going. That's what gets people really excited about the sport. And that's what people think of when they see drifting and they think of drifting. They think of the big tire smoke and the massive sideways cars on big motorsport tracks. And I want to be able to get that to as many people as I can because it's so much. It's exhilarating. It's so much fun. So yeah, I will be probably. I do have my merch stuff. I have not pushed it anywhere near as hard as I should have. I've got a bunch of t-shirts and hoodies, and I actually want to start getting some caps as well. But I've got t-shirts and hoodies and long sleeve shirts that are available 24/7. I just don't push it enough because I hate pushing my own merch. But I'm gonna have to start doing that more. It's something I'm gonna have to spend time actually kind of doing a lot more of. Obviously got the stickers and stuff as well, but yeah, that's all stuff in the works to try and help fund this amazing, funny, crazy, psychotic journey that we're on. Tow car, trailer, car parts, tires, it's all a big expense, but it is all a big expense. It is 100% worth it. So yeah, anyone that wants to jump in, I'm more than happy to take people for passenger laps. Any of my supporters, any of my sponsors, anyone that jumps on here and says hi, I'm more than happy to take anyone for a lap. You come out to one of the events that I'm driving at, get yourself a passenger pass, feel free to jump in at any point. I need to put a sticker on my window that says passengers welcome or something, because I know what it's like. People are very nervous about coming up and asking drivers if they can hop in the cars with them. I have had it once at a wet pen event when I was first starting. I flat out told them, look, I'd love to take them, more than happy to jump in, but please be aware I think we're like my second or third event. I felt so bad because I'm like, oh, I'm only a beginner. I don't want to, I'm happy to take them, but just be aware I'm not going to do much because I'm a beginner. I'm not really learned to slide yet. Now that I'm at the point that I can confidently put it around South Circuit, fuck man, jump in. I want to take so many people in that car. I want to take everyone I possibly can in around it. And I want to get on there as much as I possibly can. So keep her out because I'm going to be doing South Circuit a lot. I think I want to give North Circuit a crack. I think my car will be underpowered for it. Turn 2, no worries. Turn 3, probably on and off drift around it. Down the hill to 4 and back up to the north. Yeah, could probably crack though. And then obviously 12 back onto the track. I can probably get around that. There's a lot of really long straights and long sections that my car just does not have the legs for. It is not running. It's only running, I hazard to guess, say maybe 200 horsepower. It is not running much at all. But I still want to give it a crack. Just say I've given it a go and see what it's like, see what I need to do to improve on it. But South Circuit, definitely, I'm going to be getting on as many South Circuit events as I possibly can, as I can afford and can get to for work. But yeah, so stay tuned, guys. There is so much more content coming out. I throw in a little clip in here from Thursday night. There are a few photos and stuff I'm waiting to come in as well. I know there's a couple of photographers that are being processing images, trying to get them up. I find it kind of ironic that I'm now the one going, hey guys, we got the video. Who's got photos? Who's got photos? Have you got photos? Do you get photos of this one? I'm being that pestering person now, which is kind of ironic that I always got it when I was the photographer. I'm like now on the other side of that table. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, really, really excited. I'm beyond happy with how I went, beyond happy with how the car went. I haven't had a chance to do a good once over on it yet. There are a couple of things I want to double check. It does need a good full service. Now it's had two pretty hard. It's had a couple of wet pans last year before I've done a full oil change. It's had a couple of pretty hard track days now. So I want to do a full diff. I want to do a full oil change, diff, gearbox, engine. I want to do coolant change. I want to do a full service on it, check plugs, do everything just to make sure everything's all peachy keen. I don't expect to see any problems, but I do want to give it all a good once over and just double check what's going on. Especially the fact that the fucking exhaust was getting that hot, it was glowing. I just want to make sure everything's all nice and tight and not burnt or doing anything stupid. And double check my catch can, because after Pheasantwood I got a lot in the little one. I hate to think after throwing it around on Friday night what it's like on the South Circuit. So yeah, I'm going to wind this up rather than me rambling on, because I know these talking head videos aren't the most exciting in the world, but I just had to do a bit of a debrief to the South Circuit because it was just such a milestone event in my drifting career. I need to record this for my own posthumous sake, so I can look back on it years later and kind of have a bit of a laugh at myself of carrying on like a giddy little school kid of how exciting South Circuit was. But yeah, I just had to get this debrief out there because it really is a milestone event for me in my drifting. Being able to get on South Circuit and not just get on it, but hold my own and actually confidently drift around it is beyond just a tick in the box. It is an absolute huge milestone for me. So I'm really, really excited about it. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to wind this up here. I'm not going to bore you guys any longer. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff down the bottom. Keep an eye out because I'm going to be starting to whack up a lot more stuff about my merch and things you can do to help support me along the way. What events I'm going to be going to, where you can catch me in the car, if you want to come along for a passenger ride, anything like that. So yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Stay awesome, stay amazing, and I will see you out on the track.